Okay, everybody, we are here with Jack White, Boarding House Reach. All right, so I'm just going to get into this one. I actually wrote down some notes for this one, just because this is one of those albums where some of the songs definitely match up easily with the song title, some of them don't. So even though I've owned this album since it first came out back in 2018, I have never bothered to memorize most of the songs. As a matter of fact, the only one on here I 100% had memorized song title and stuff like that is the first track on here, Connected by Love. And that's only because I think this may have been the first single that was released. I'm not sure. The only single that was released. The place I was working at the time this album came out, we had a couple rock stations that we played on the overhead system. And surprisingly, this was actually on one of the rock stations. And to the point where me and one of the supervisors were both surprised because we're both avid Jack White fans. And we were comparing notes back and forth going, I can't believe this was just on here. Did you hear this? Oh my God, this is awesome. Blah, blah, blah. We're having a great time with it, right? So yeah, that's Jack White, Connected by Love, track 1 on here. Great, straight ahead kind of rock song. Really enjoy this one. Yeah, just got a great vibe, man. And I like the idea that everybody's connected by love, man. We're all connected. Connected by love. We're connected. All right. Then we're on Why Walk a Dog. This is a slow, jazzy number. This is a good time to point out a lot of this album really has a kind of jazzy feel to it. Different eras of jazz, but jazz all the same. There's stuff in here that definitely, I'll go through it a little better as I get into it, but there's some stuff in here. I can hear a little Glenn Miller orchestra in there. I can hear, crap, I can't think of his first name. Last name's Cobb. Little Buddy Rich throughout this album. Stuff like that. It's all over the place with the jazz kind of vibe going on. A lot of it definitely that 30s, 40s kind of jazz. Maybe a little into the 50s, but not so much. Definitely got that older vibe that Jack likes. After Why Walk a Dog, we go into Corporation. All right, so this is probably one of the more different songs on the album. I really dig this one too. Got a kind of funk rooted kind of sound in it, really kind of, that kind of give and take kind of funky groove. For the most part, instrumental tunes. It's got a couple lines that get repeated throughout it. One of my favorites on the album. It's got a great high energy to it. It just, one of those tunes really, really works. Then we're into Abulia and Acrasia. This is just kind of a nice little story that has some music set to it. Really enjoyable, fun times, get into it myself. Pardon the noise as it comes up. I got a bunch of kids walking this way. After that, we're into Hyper Misophonic. This one's got a combination of rock, EDM, and jazz. As I already mentioned, there's jazz all over this album. Sorry about the noise in the background. I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to re-record this because of the freaking music. Damn ass kids. There's this great use of both piano and guitar soloing back and forth throughout it, which is really enjoyable. I really dig it, get into it. After that, we're into Ice Station Zebra. This one feels like it's hip-hop, if hip-hop was being performed by the Glenn Miller Orchestra. It's the best way I know how to put it, man. Musically fantastic. Outside of that, it is what it is, you know? Then we're on to Over and Over and Over. Now, I'm pretty sure I've discussed this song off of another album before. And I have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it's on one of the more recent albums where it was redone, but I could be wrong. Think so, though. I think it was redone a little differently on one of the more recent albums that I've covered, but I don't remember which one. This version, though, anyways, great rocker with some real heavy intensity into it. Really has this great vibe just going over and over on it. After that, we got Everything You've Ever Learned. This is another fun little excerpt that by the end of it turns into an actual song with some really, really good fun, upfront, great energy, like really gets you kind of pumping and moving and enjoying it. Then after that, it's Respect Commander. This one is EDM meets high-speed jazz. Like we're talking tempo. I don't know the exact tempo on here. I've been doing a lot of programming doing EDM jazz lately myself, which is kind of why I've been hearing this. I know EDM jazz sounds weird, right? Weeb, Cobb, Rich, one or two other ones I know I'm forgetting about. When they get going in their, the 200 tempo range or higher, that's kind of what I'm feeling on this one. Just really, really good vibe going. Esmeralda Steals the Show. This is another of those stories set to music kind of thing. Really, really pretty. I really enjoy this one. Really, really good tune. Yeah, I like listening to the story on it. I like when the music's on it. It all works. Get in the Mind Shaft. That is MIND, in case I didn't enunciate that D hard enough. Of all the songs on this album, this is probably my favorite song on the album. It's all about exploration. First off, it's about discovering, then exploring. Discovering a piano and then exploring the sounds you can make on it, and then going from there and exploring, getting into wording and how certain words play and whatnot. It's fantastic. I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy this song. If I were put together a Jack White top 10, this would definitely go on my Jack White top 10. I don't know if it would go in a White Stripes Jack White combo top 10, but it would definitely make a Jack White top 10. What's Done is Done. Slow, mellow, Jack doing that real kind of old school thing I was talking about earlier, getting in that vibe and that sounds very 30s, 40s-ish. And that vibe continues, but gets even more old school sounding when you get into, what is it? Humoresque. What Have You Done has an older vibe, older sound to it. But Humoresque goes like 20 steps deeper, it feels like, where you really kind of feel like you're getting immersed into a 1930s recording. Of all the Jack White albums I've picked up so far, I think this one was the first solo album that really, really got me going, really, really made it enjoyable, really, really, really made it fun. Really had a lot more exploration to it than I had heard in previous albums. There are certain things just in general in this album that I really got into, and I think this was a good start for the rest of the albums as they came down the line. Like I found a lot of the albums before this one was Jack kind of trying to do his best not to sound White Stripes. Whereas this one, you can hear a lot of that Jack White guitar work is back, but instead of putting it over type of White Stripesy kind of tunes, it's over like more jazzy songs. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of EDM kind of hip hoppy kind of vibe in here, a lot of electronic kind of sound vibe going on. The whole way around, it's just a great exploration of music from influences drawn from decades, if not like a century's worth of music, or over a century at this point. And, you know, there's a lot of sound here. You can definitely hear a Detroit sound, which is fantastic, which is what you want to hear. Even though I know it wasn't recorded in Detroit, I think this one was recorded in Tennessee. And this is almost a 10 that I see. Anyways, folks, add that one. Let me know what you think down below. Have you listened to this one? Do you like this one? Do you not like this one? That's what I want to know down below. That's what the comment section is for. On your way down there, like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. If you could hit those, I'd greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. A couple links worth checking out. Hopefully I've got the one of them reactivated and running by now. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.